Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thoughts from the Round Table. I'm one of your hosts, Jacob.
I'm your other host, Pierce.
And today, on another episode of Chats, we decided to chop topic because no goobers put a question in the comments below. So I have a lot of time on my hands to think, and I've been thinking a lot about what if I had $5 million given to me? So that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, I think this is like a question that really speaks to the heart of humanity. You know, what would you do with a seemingly endless amount of money? It's definitely endless, or definitely like finite, but it seems large.
I feel like it's the same thing when you're looking at like lottery odds, and the odds are like 1 in a billion, and you just automatically think, oh, 1 in 1,000, I could win that.
I like those odds.
Like our brain can't really wrap around what it actually is.
Yeah, lottery is, like, I think you've said this before, it's just a tax on poor people.
It really is.
But
today we're those poor people
we're
who
the
win.
poor people. We're gonna win. We're gonna win $5 million. And with that, my friends, please join us at the round table.
So this whole topic started, I work at Walmart pushing carts. It's my least favorite job I ever had. I want to chop my toes off. But you're not allowed to have earbuds in, which sucks because I would normally listen to podcasts or music. Probably not music. Not a big music guy. But I would listen to podcasts. Instead, I have to listen to my own thoughts, which are stupid, right? I don't like it. But I did come up with this idea when I was thinking, what would I do if I won the lottery? First, it started with $1 million. Then I was like, that's not really that much, you know?
Yeah.
I want more. So then I started 5 million. And that's where I have 2 plans, a smart one and a stupid one. And I think I'm going to start with a stupid one, if that works for you.
That works totally fine for me.
So the first thing I do is buy just about 3 or 4 expensive cars. I pretty much only want Teslas, right? Definitely buying a Roadster and a Model 3. And then I'm buying a Toyota 4Runner for when I take the boys fishing. And those are the 3 cars I buy because I'm like, yeah, you know what? This is FU money, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like cars are one status symbol to show everyone, look at what I got.
Look at all this cash that was awarded to me for no reason.
You have some, I don't know. I just feel like maybe this is me being a money hungry individual who likes money, you know, walking into a dealership and saying, hey, I'll take that $70,000 car and then weigh $70,000 cash on the table. How cool would you feel?
I think that might be like a top 5 moment of your life.
Yeah.
Right after birth and like right before death.
I guess.
I mean that's pretty cool to be able to do that. Lay it out there in cash. That was like when Mr. Beast bought that car with pennies, just wheelbarrows of pennies. You've just got to feel like a badass, right?
Yeah, there's no way you don't, because it's got to be an unreal feeling.
Yeah, you're just like, I apologize for this, but just start dumping pennies out.
Yeah, I think few feelings would compare, except for the 3 feelings that I'm gonna gain by buying 3 different houses, all in, you guessed it, cash. I want this entire $5 million. I shouldn't say that because I'm gonna spend a lot of it, but I want at least 2.5 million in $20 bills and just walk around with them. Not all of them, obviously. That would be a waste.
You'd need a big wallet.
You know what's odd is I actually don't really carry cash on me anyway.
Dude, I don't either. I have like no cash on me ever.
I know the whole thing. I listen to a lot of Dave Ramsey. He's a financial advisor. And he says carry cash on you because you see it going away. I'm the opposite. I feel like when I have cash, I just piss it away.
Same. Like when I have my card, I'm like conscious because that's where the money I make goes on. I'm like, do I really want to make this purchase? When I'm like cash, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna miss this piece of paper.
Right.
Just, you
and I
can
think,
have it.
like, maybe it's our generation. We grew up with smartphones, and like I have the smart banking app.
Yeah.
Like I'm like constantly checking it every day. I'm like, I spent that? Come on, Jacob. You know, like, I don't know. But anyway, I'm buying 3 houses. 1 in Indiana because it's the best state in the world.
I don't think that that's even close to true. You might that might be the least true statement.
Hot take incoming.
I mean, it's not even the best state in the United States. Not even close. But like best state in the world, you've got states like Finland, dude. I don't know what's there, but I mean it's got to be better than Indiana.
I guess. I just want one in Indianapolis, so it'd be like my home base.
Yeah.
I'm buying a house in North Carolina, and I'm buying it on the Outer Banks. To people who've been there, it's just like a strip of islands, and they've connected it with a bridge. It's kind of cool.
Isn't there a Netflix show called The Outer Banks?
Yeah, I've never seen it
on
though.
Netflix. I've been recommended that show so many times.
Emma really wants me to watch it.
For those of you who don't know, I work at a place. I'm not actually gonna tell you where I work because it's not like Walmart. It's kind of like a home place, and I don't really need anyone knowing that. But I work at a place, and at this place there are also people, and these people have like this vague idea of the podcast. Most of them, some actually listen. Most just like, oh, you're that guy who has a podcast. I've seen it on your social media. And you review movies, so let me give you every single movie recommendation in the world. Now, for the people, if anyone there is listening right now, ooh, this is awkward. No, if you actually listen and want to recommend me, I love it. I love talking. But it's like the people who obviously have never listened to an episode, and they're like, I come up to my department, and they're like, hey, Pierce, you review movies, right? And I'm like, I don't know if I'd call it that. And they would be like, oh, you should watch Outer Banks on Netflix. Like 4 people told me that. And I'm like, guys, my sister watched Outer Banks and liked it. And the only other show she liked was Vampire Diaries. So I'm not sure if this is the show for me.
I'm on the other end of the spectrum. So Emma likes it. If you don't know who Emma is, it's my girlfriend. Anyway. Emma likes it, and she was like, you should watch it. And Pierce knows me in the past has shown I love trashy TV.
Yeah.
So I might be all over it. Excuse me, but I still haven't watched it. Anyway, back to buying a house in Outer Banks. Yeah, they're kind of expensive down there. I'd buy a nice one. Probably like 8-bedroom or something. You know, I got FU money. Again, probably like $500,000. I'll just throw down the drain. But it'll just be my summer home. Not too worried about it. You know, my home in Indiana also costs probably about $500,000, maybe a full $1 on that bad boy.
Yeah.
I'm feeling dangerous because I live there. And then I'm buying one in Wyoming. Just in the middle of nowhere, I'm buying a log cabin. Getting a couple 100 acres attached to it. Have a creek flowing through it so I can trout fish. That's it.
I mean, what better thing could you possibly spend it on?
Those are like my big 6 purchases. Sure, I'll probably give some money to my parents to buy a house, or
no,
I don't know. They can buy a car or whatever.
So, like Jacob said, you have like, in everyone's mind, you have what you want to do with the money and what you would do with the money. And some people, like, when they get the money, they're like, what I want to do is what I will do. But there's always that, like, kind of thought in your head, like, well, this isn't smart. So I also have kind of 2 plans, and I'll start again with the one, when I get this money, what is my immediate thoughts? What do I do with it? Number 1, Tesla. Just a normal Tesla. I don't want to, I want to be a little bit frugal here. Number 2, buy a house. I think that's the same on the smart plan and the dumb plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I want a nice house because I've got to have a lot of money left over, and you're gonna see why. Number 3, I would set aside probably $2 million to self-fund a really trashy horror movie, something along the lines of Velocipaster,
Birdemic,
like Birdemic, something like really, really dumb, like from the depths of my mind, I just come up with this idea, and then I go for that for my movie, and I'll self-fund it like Tommy Wiseau, and I'll have a cult classic on my hands. And number 4, I want to create a giant vat, a giant, massive silo, like the ones found in DuckTales. I want to paint a large gold money sign in the backyard of my house on this silo, and I want to spend all of the rest of my money on gold doubloons and fill the silo as high as I can with gold doubloons. And not the real gold doubloons. I'm talking about the gold doubloons with the milk chocolate inside of them. So, like, you'll just always have a supply of milk chocolate.
I don't know how you nailed that idea so perfectly. I do find one flaw.
What could that possibly be?
Your milk chocolate will melt in the summer.
No, dude. The silo is completely air conditioned. So it's like those freezers in stores that like the meat lockers.
Yeah,
dude.
Or just
chocolate is hard. You cannot bite into this. It's like rocks.
So it's like real gold.
Yeah, people come in there and they're like, "Oh, is this fake gold chocolate?" And they bite it and they're like, "Oh no, this is real."
You actually can hit gold with a hammer and break it.
That's pretty
like
impressive.
Flatten it.
Well,
it's very malleable.
This is gonna. Oh, is that why in Minecraft when you get the gold tools they're pretty weak?
Yeah,
that's kind of
neat.
Holy shit!
I know, and like so, diamond tools actually do exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like most saws have diamond tips on them because they stay sharp.
That's awesome.
I know.
But yeah, that's what I want to do with the money.
That is a perfect plan. I really like the self-funded horror movie one.
Yeah.
You might make money back on that.
Dude, I know. You know where that money's going? Straight to milk chocolate, baby. Putting that right in the silo. We're gonna fill that sucker up.
I'm reinvesting.
Some people say, Pierce, invested in the stock market. Maybe get a Roth IRA.
Roth IRAs are good and all of that.
Well, yeah. I don't know, dude. Listen, the people who invested in Bitcoin are geniuses. But how much more fulfilled in life would they be if they invested that money in, say, milk chocolate? Tell me I'm wrong. Look me in the eyes and tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. Now time for the serious one, because those are both kind of absurd. I'm living a life of luxury. Pierce is
stockpiling hordes of chocolate doubloons.
You know, okay. Now, why don't you include that in your horror movie? What if you make like a zombie apocalypse type horror movie? Like in Zombieland, he's on the search for Twinkies.
Oh, yeah.
Your main character could be on the search for gold coins. And then when he gets them, they're just chocolate.
So hear me out here, right? Star of the movie Mario. It's the second live action Mario. He's looking for gold coins in the zombie apocalypse. He comes across my house. I play myself. Billionaire. Film director.
You're not.
Millionaire. Film director. Chocolate hoarder. I say, "Hello, Mario. Let me show you my backyard filled with golden coins." And he says, "Mamma mia!" And comes back. He comes to my backyard and we fight zombies and eat chocolate. And that's my movie. Hear me out. It's called Super Mario Brothers.
So original.
Thanks.
I don't even know what to say.
You can say that I'm a genius.
You're not.
You can say that my mind is like a steel trap.
What?
I don't know how that relates.
I don't.
Go ahead and say your serious plan.
My serious plan is serious.
Movie just keeps formulating in my mind.
Yeah, we need to quit now. My serious plan, much less interesting. So the first thing I do is buy a house. You know, my car still's got a few miles on it.
Yeah.
You know, we can drive it for a little bit. Besides, I would like to buy a Model 3 Tesla. You know, kind of get a pretty nice one because, listen, it's my money, you know?
Yeah. So
I'm getting a nice one, but I have to have a house so the plugins can work. Because if I just live in an apartment, it doesn't make any sense. And I figured if this happened tomorrow, I'd probably still live with Pierce and our friend Ethan in college. So I'm like, yeah, I can still drive my 2008 Toyota Camry for a couple more years while I'm still in college.
Of course.
It's not going to hurt anything.
Yeah.
This is serious. I mean, still...
besides the environment,
I don't care.
Dude,
I don't care.
The environment can't take one 2008 Toyota Camry. It does not deserve to live.
Facts. And then I figured, you know, my mom's had her car for a while. She'll probably get a car budget of about $15,000. So my brother will get a car budget of about $12,000, and so will my father. So then, I'm like, here's my money I'm giving you because I won 5 million. Don't hate me, okay? I'm saving the rest, right? But I would like to buy a house. My budget's 300,000. You might think, Jacob, you have all this money. Why are you buying such a not nice house? First of all, $300,000 is a lot for a house, right? Especially in Indiana's market.
True.
I'm buying in cash. Like, what more do I need? I still have to pay property taxes. It's not like it's a one payment and I'm done. Like, I won't be able to afford $1 million house property taxes working as possibly a journalist, right? No. So I'm buying a nice house, one that I can afford. That's smart. So at this point, I've probably spent like, what, 100,000? The next thing I'm doing.
Well, I mean, judging that your house was 300,000.
Okay.
I would say a tad more.
400,000. I forgot about that. I just bought a house. So let's say I'm about 400,000. I'm taking $1.5 million and having it specifically for real estate investing, right? So what I'm going to do, even before I own a house. So like I'm going to start like as soon as I get the money, searching for apartment complexes for me to run. Because that's my new thing is in real estate is apartment complexes. They're good deals, right? Because you're immediately cash flowing. Especially since I put this money into it. It's not like it was mine.
Yeah.
I stole it off the backs of the poor who paid into the lottery, right? So I figured, let's help the environment and screw some poor people and, just have really bad apartments for overpriced places. Like, they'll be overpriced, of course. People will live in them. I'll make a ton of money. So I have all that set up for real estate, and I'm going to just have that. And it's not like I'm actually going to run it. I'm going to pay someone to run it. So it's not like I'm even doing anything. I'm just having positive cash flow come in from the beginning.
Yeah, there's so many poor people out there that are campaigning like eat the rich, eat the rich. Listen, I'm going to be totally honest here, and I'm going to say a really unpopular opinion. Everyone is all eat the rich until they're the rich. And then they want to crush the backs of the poor.
Me.
Yeah, see? I hate rich people, dude. But if I was rich, I'd be like, screw you guys.
I'd be like, I hate poor people.
I hate poor people. So honestly, I'd say just eat everyone.
Yeah.
I'm big cannibalism guy.
You know what I say? You know what's better than helping the poor? Keeping your money.
Listen,
that you earn fair and square by getting lucky.
The poor get poorer, baby. That's all I gotta say.
The way it should be.
Rich get richer.
I hope no one listens to this.
I hope this is like that one podcast that just like hits the algorithm just right. We wake up the next day, it's uploaded, and it's like 40 million views, and it's just a bunch of like rich CEOs typing in the comments like, you tell it, boys.
Hit me up for investments.
If we got any CEOs watching, any CEOs, if you wanna like sponsor us, listen, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you right here. Screw the poor, dude. Get them out of here. Get them out.
Now, if there are any poor people who want to sponsor us, go back to your cardboard box. You don't have any money.
Well, yeah. If you want to sponsor us, listen, we can fake it. As you can tell, we're pretty good actors.
What was I even talking? Oh, yeah. Apartment complexes. But I don't know. It's a good way to make money, especially while I'm in college, which is part of my next plan. As of right now, going to graduate school is an awful return on investment. It doesn't make any sense for me, right? But since I have money, no debt, I'll just go for fun. I'll get my doctorate just because I want to. Just so I will be that one guy. Like, everyone's had that professor, I'm sure, who they make you call them doctor. That's me. Everyone's going to call me Dr. Jacob.
Not Dr. Keith.
Nope, Dr. Jacob.
Yeah, no, that's smart, dude.
I have the money to.
Name what's better, right? A medical doctor or a doctor that paid money to get the title?
I'm gonna get my doctorate in something strange like communications. I'll never use it.
Like that one doctor on Tiger King that was Doc Antle, and he was a doctor in mythical science.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I'd do something like that.
It'd be a doctor in I can't think of a stupid thing off the top of my head, so we're just gonna Whoop. Move right on.
Yeah, I don't know. I think now that if I had the money to go to graduate school, why not?
Yeah.
Right, like I said, right now, doesn't make any sense. Not a good return on investment. But when I have that much money, who cares, you know?
Yeah.
I make the rules.
You're the rule maker.
The last thing I'm doing at this point, by my rough estimate, I've still got about 2.5, 3 million left, right? Include with all that I've spent. So I'm gonna put half of it away in a savings account, high interest, probably with Ally Bank, not a sponsor, but they do have 2% interest savings account. Pretty good for considering. And the 1.5 million I'm gonna put in the stock market. Now you might be asking, Jacob, that's pretty risky, but with a good mutual fund, you can get about a 7% return per.
Oh my gosh!
Listen,
this podcast is Dave Ramsey.
7% return per year, right? I put minimum 100 million. I got 70,000 a year. I never have to work again.
I don't know where you got the 100 more million.
No, I'm saying a million.
Oh, you said 100 million.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Good lord!
I put a million in there. I gained $70,000 a year, just with an average of 7%. Now, the past 70 years, the stock market's gone up 12%. So I'm being real conservative by saying I make $70,000 a year by doing nothing. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you have $5 million, come to me. I'll set you up golden.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. My real smart plan, smart in quotation marks, because now it sounds stupid, is a lot simpler. Listen, I don't really know much anything about money or finances or what to do. I would take half my money. I would pay a really good stock man to do all my stocks for me. Invest all that crap in the stock market, or most of it in the stock market, and pay someone to do all that for me because
Smart.
I don't want to think about it. I don't understand it. I don't have a real desire to understand it, and also it's kind of stressful.
I don't think anyone really understands.
Yeah, I think everyone's just kind of faking it.
Fake it till you make it, baby.
Yeah. But then I would save, I'd put like everything I could besides $1 million. $1 million, here's my fund. I would buy about a $200,000 house. I don't need a $300,000 house. I really want something small. I would take $50,000 and I would put it in a fund. This is my fun money. This is fun things that I want to just do for fun because I can, because I have money. I'll go all out. What? Maybe I want to buy $20,000 worth of gold coins. Yes. It's $50,000. That's nothing in comparison. Then I'll take the rest of that money. I'll buy a Tesla and I'll put it in a savings account. And there's my plan, baby. It's smart. It's probably not the smartest plan in the world, but it's also not the dumbest. Also, I'd probably buy a Samsung smart fridge just because
you have
awesome.
FU money.
Yeah, that's in my $50,000 fund. So 20,000 gold coins, 3,500 Samsung smart fridge. Maybe throw in like 35 more hundred, buy a nice PC. Maybe throw in another 3,500, buy a second Samsung smart fridge just so that I can link up. So like I could have one fridge on one side of the kitchen and one fridge on the other. So like if I had friends over, we could voice chat or video chat from the fridge. I mean, if I got money to spend.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to buy a computer and stuff. But if you've learned one thing from this podcast, and it's that Pierce and I should never be rich people.
True. We said this whole podcast, like, screw the poor. The ironic thing is we're the poor.
Yeah. Pierce and I will peak in our lifetime, maximum, at like $1 million combined.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say, dude, that is.
Well, I don't know. If you think about it, little Jacob side note here. Pretty easy to get to $1 million if you save for retirement.
That's fair.
Like, I don't know. There are more people who are millionaires than you think because they're secret millionaires.
Yeah.
A lot of secret millionaires out there.
You sneaky son of a bitch. Okay, so for another topic that I kind of wanted to bring up, so for those of you who don't know, right, I've been trying a new thing out, and it's the intermittent fasting, where you don't eat past 8 and you don't eat until 12 p.m. the next day. It's like 16 hours straight, no food. And I'd started doing this mostly because I heard on a podcast that it was really good for sleep. And an unintended consequence that I found out is that it makes for some really freaking crazy dreams. And I was gonna ask, have you ever had a lucid dream?
No, but I've heard about him. Kind of wild.
So I had my first lucid dream the other night, and it was the most surreal experience of my entire life. I just want to tell you guys this story because it's freaking crazy. So in this dream, I don't know. So if you don't know what a lucid dream is, and I'm not a dream expert, so this is just what I've heard, and so I think I had one. But it's like one of those dreams where you're aware that you're in a dream, and so you can manipulate it, and you can do whatever you want. So in my dream, I was at my place of employment that will remain undisclosed, and I was, for those of you who don't know, I basically just do like small assembly type stuff, and I was building one of the parts that I do, and I noticed that my manager, who's usually bald, had hair, and I was like, wait a second. How did he grow hair overnight? Something's not adding up here. And then I was like, wait a second. Am I dreaming? And like I thought this in my dream. And then I like looked down at my cart that I was building. And I just yeeted it. I just chucked it at the wall. And it went with like such ferocity and it burst a hole through the wall. And I was like, holy fuck. I'm dreaming. And so I don't know if you guys have watched the movie Man of Steel, but I think it's everyone's inherent, like, secret passion. You're like, if I had anything, I'd fly. So I got up off my chair and I, like, put my hand on there and I did that leap up. And I busted through the roof of my place of employment and flew around my town. Like, as Superman. I'm talking 2 hands up, one in front of the other, and like, I'm flying around. And then it's exhausting, but like it's so real. Like I remember vividly like feeling like the air on my face as I was flying. It's like a memory, not so much like a dream, which is what's just unreal about the whole situation. And then I remember I got really tired, so I flew home. I went into my bed in my room at home in my dream, and I said, you know what? It's time for me to wake up. And then immediately I woke up.
Yeah. So I've always thought lucid dreams are awesome. But the past has shown that not a good dreamer. I don't know why. I think it's more that I have dreams because I always remember bits and pieces of them, but I never remember them in full.
Yeah.
I'm saying ever. Like I remember all the time I wake up at like 2 a.m. from a dream and I'm like, I gotta tell someone about this dream. And then I'll go back to bed, not a clue what it was about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. That was my first thing. My second thing, there was a Kickstarter project from a few years back. And it went on your dinger.
No.
Excuse me. Listen, it went on there. And then maybe this shouldn't be on the podcast.
No. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
We'll just hit explicit.
Yeah. When you got an erection, it would pop. Like this thing that you put on there would pop off. And it went to earbuds that would say like you're dreaming or whatever in like this weird tone. So it would tell you you're dreaming so you could have a lucid dream.
Whoa.
I don't know if it ever worked. I'm
crazy.
giving that a Google.
So
lucid dreaming penis protector.
Is that literally like for just like really horny people who are like anytime that they're having like a sex dream and like, because I mean everyone has them, and anytime they're having like a sex dream, they're like, I want to know I'm having a sex dream so I can do it for real. I don't want to be a spectator. This ain't no spectator sport.
I don't know. I think it has some. I don't know. Because I think it's like they explained it in the Kickstarter video.
Well, while you look that up, I just gotta say, like, so I think anyone who knows me knows that my dreams are like the opposite of Jacob's, where they're just super detailed and strange. Like, I had one dream where I fought a revolution in the jungle with my pandas versus buff alligators, and that was like crazy detailed. And I've told so many people that dream, and it's like, oh, like, I don't know what goes on in my head when I go under, but it's a whole different animal.
I'm trying to find it. I saw it on a iDubbbz video.
Oh,
MPT Lucid Dreamer. Here we go. Yeah, I remember this vividly. Oh, it must have got kicked off a Kickstarter.
Dang it.
Yeah, I don't know. The reason it worked is because, like, when you get an erection when you sleep, it shows you're in, like, deep sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you were, it'd pop. And then it would go to your ears, like in your earbuds, and it would tell you you're lucid dreaming.
That is crazy. I wish I could do it more. I've heard people like horror stories about lucid dreaming, though.
Yeah.
Like because there are ways you can force yourself into it.
Yeah.
Like different techniques that you can use to like shut your body down and go into a lucid dream. Like I heard one that's like if you go to sleep and you keep like as soon as you lay down, you just repeat what you want like over and over again. You're like, I want to fly, I want to fly, I want to fly, I want to fly. That can trigger it. I don't know, but there's a lot of people who get stuck in lucid dreams.
Yeah.
Where it's like the sleep paralysis crap. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Like mine was a real quick and easy, like I wanted to leave the dream and I did. But it would be horrifying to be stuck.
Matt Diavella, I don't know if you know who this is. He's a really cool YouTube guy. He had a video on lucid dreams. And that's like the only thing I know about him.
Yeah.
And from that Kickstarter. Yeah, lucid dreams are wild. And I don't think I'll ever have one because I'm bad at dreaming.
Yeah, well, that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you guys very much for listening to this Ramble Fest. It was fun to talk about what we would do if we had money in lucid dreams. If you liked it, give us a like or give us a rating on Apple Podcasts. If you have any questions to ask us for the next chats, please put them below. Please. And we'll answer them.
Just ask us some questions. Say, hey, what's your favorite color?
You might think, wow, you guys are the most creative people on this earth. Like, can't you come up with prompts yourself?
No.
Just because we're creative doesn't mean we're not stupid.
Give us some prompts. We just love talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening. Oh, hold on. Before you say goodbye, check out our Twitter and our Instagram and our Discord. And if you're on YouTube, check out our podcast apps. They'll be in the link tree. If you're on podcast apps, check out our YouTube. It'll be in the description.
If you're a podcast listener, just go to the YouTube, hit subscribe so that it makes us happy.
Yeah, we have 50 subscribers now.
The big 50, baby.
It's exciting. We'd like 100 by the end of the year.
Get on that.
Tell your friends.
And we'll see you guys.
Goodbye.
In the next one.
Goodbye.